Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 216, episode 216 of TRT. The gang is all here. I'm Mike. Al's here in his special little chair. Liam's here repping the U, repping Miami. Shout out to Andy Borregales over there. Like I said, episode 216. The gang is all here. And guys, I haven't stopped smiling since like 6:30 last night. I'm not trying to spoil the show. Spoiler alert if you haven't been paying attention. But the New England Patriots are one win away from the Super Bowl, guys. The New England Patriots are one win away from Super Bowl 60. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought?
Nobody.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought? So obviously we will break down the Texans game. We'll talk about the Broncos game, which should also put a smile on people's faces. That Broncos AFC Championship game coming up. But I figured, unless you guys have anything you want to get off your chest first, we'll just kind of quickly run through the divisional round, kind of just what happened real quick, touch on some things, touch on how Josh Allen's crying and everything. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about before we get to that, though?
Nope.
Actually, let's just get into it.
University of Miami tonight. Go Canes. Should be a dick kicking. Indiana, a subpar, malnourished franchise and organization. I don't know if we were all students freshly leaving high school and were offered a place to go, if you would choose Bloomington, Indiana over Miami, Florida. No, probably not. So this game will go that way as well. It's all about the U. Always has been. Always will be.
Hell yeah, man.
Good luck to the U tonight. Hopefully they pull off the upset.
Hell yeah, man! Shout out to the minor leagues. You got to give the fake sports a little credit too. So let's talk about the professional sports now. Let's talk about the professionals. We'll just kind of brush over the NFC games. I just want to know if you guys have any thoughts. Seahawks, they really just skull fucked the 49ers, and then the Rams outlasted the Bears. Which, if you're a Bears fan, that's got to be the worst type of loss, where you win on that final play and then you end up losing because that quarterback who brought you that magic threw a pick to end the game. Just my quick thoughts on it. I don't have a bunch until we play one of them in the Super Bowl, if we do. I think the Seahawks might be the most complete team out there, and the Rams do not scare me at all. But how do you guys feel about the NFC before we move on to the Bills game?
Real quick, did you guys see that Zach Charbonnet is out for the rest of the year for Seattle?
I did. I was working today, but I saw someone sent that over. So yeah, that's big. That's big for them.
Yeah, that's a big injury, and obviously Sam Darnold's still dealing with the oblique and everything. Like, that's why if I'm
look pretty good.
If I'm the Patriots, like I don't mind taking on the Seahawks if they win next Sunday and then go to the Super Bowl. Like, I don't hate the Seahawks matchup because Mike, they're a complete team, but they're kind of the replica of what the Patriots have been playing, like good defenses, decent quarterbacks, some weapons here and there. Like, obviously Jackson Smith and Jigba's a problem, but like
the weapon.
Yeah,
he's good.
Right. But again, the Seahawks, I wouldn't mind playing them. The Rams are the team that I would fear a little bit more because of all the weapons they have. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. Who's the tight end?
Higbee?
Yeah, Tyler.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No, it's Tyler
Parkinson.
Higbee and the backup's Parkinson.
That's what I was thinking about. Colby Parkinson. And on defense, Jared Verse is scary to face on defense. So, like, that's the thing is, like, I don't know. For some reason, I'd rather play the Seahawks, but that's just me. But we got to get there first. But overall, Seahawks waxed the 49ers. I thought that would be competitive, but it wasn't. And then
from the opening kick.
I know. And then Caleb,
the smoke hadn't even faded from the pregame fireworks when he was running that in. I'm like, that's not
I love that.
And then Caleb Williams, good for him for pulling a rabbit out of his ass. But other than that, they got what they deserved. I mean, Caleb Williams still makes too many mistakes, but good for Ben Johnson. Like he has a future in Chicago, unlike some of the other coaches that got let go of this weekend. But we'll talk about that.
Yep. Liam, just kind of overall thoughts on the NFC. Like, I mean, we don't have to give anything in depth unless you have some, but
Yeah. The Seahawks are a gauntlet. They are the most perfect team of this year. The defense is far and away. Everyone was, and I said this in the last show, so you can cite me. Everyone was saying the Texans defense best in the league by all these metrics, blah, blah, blah. If you watched any bit of football, the Seahawks defense was far and away better than the Texans. And it really was never close. All these metrics and all this stuff that says the Texans was better. I'm just not buying it. The eye test says it was the Seahawks. The Seahawks offense is phenomenal. Sam Darnold's playing like a madman. That team's going to be brutal. I hope to God Matt Stafford can take him down. And I believe in Matt Stafford until the very day I die. I absolutely love that man. I would love to see him in the Super Bowl. I would love to see him get an MVP, a Super Bowl ring, easily become a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I could die a happy man knowing Matthew Stafford had the career that I used to dream about back in 2015. So that's all deserved. Even if the Seahawks go, I'd be very happy for him as well. It's a cool organization and a really incredible team that they have. So either way, I'm not losing out there. My junior year roommate's a Bears fan. He lives in hell. He has lived in hell for many, many years now. He's actually he's actually never experienced a time when he didn't live in hell. He was 8 years old when they went to the Super Bowl and they got smoked. And
poor guy.
Yeah, he just his life sucks. And just to see how happy he was when Caleb Williams threw that game-tying touchdown, to see how absolutely miserable he was just a mere 26 minutes later when Caleb Williams threw that interception.
Down to the minute. Really that's cruel.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I timed it. I timed it so I could talk shit to him. But it made me really happy. And for that, I owe Caleb Williams a lot, because he gave me an incredibly happy moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life. He allowed me to say some words to my friend that made him cuss me out and hang up. And for that, I thank you, Caleb Williams. That's incredible. Fuck the Bears. And that's about it.
Yeah, my thing though, the one thing I was just thinking about being a Patriots fan, being happy about this NFC championship game. It's kind of poetic that it's the Seahawks or the Rams that the Patriots have the potential of facing. And in my head, so just to kind of paint the picture in my head, the Belichick Brady dynasty, how'd that start? With the Super Bowl win over the Rams, right? Yeah. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. So just the opportunity is there. The potential is there for the same type of thing to happen. So
that's all you're saying. You just
I was going to say you could go way further. First dynasty started with a Rams Super Bowl. The second dynasty started with a Seahawks Super Bowl. The whole dynasty ended with a Rams Super Bowl.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
So that's right. But I think you fucking idiots are missing the point. What would the Patriots beating the Seahawks to start their dynasty mean? That's not what it is, you dum-dums. The Patriots need to beat the Rams to start their dynasty, you dinks.
No. Hey,
Think about it.
How about the end one?
Listen here, educator. Let me educate you.
No. Because what if they start this dynasty by beating the Seahawks, and then they start the dynasty after that by beating the Rams, and then they end it by beating the Seahawks? Then the pattern's just been flip-flopped.
That would be flip-flop. I'm not talking about flip-flopping. I'm talking about the same dynasty, the same pattern that happened. You guys are throwing all these flip-flops, these things. You can invert the dynasty.
There is a pattern here, because if the Patriots make the Super Bowl, which we'll get to, I'm sure we all feel very likely that they will,
spoiler alert,
repeating history
Liam.
in some sense or another. Actually, it's basically going to be a Super Bowl rematch any which way. If either AFC team makes it, as long as the Rams don't, then it's not a Super Bowl rematch for one of those. But
yeah,
this metaphor, this comparison's gone off the rails.
Yeah. Did you guys see also the other comparison that was made? There's a very possibility that we could have a Sean versus a Mike Super Bowl. So it could be a Mike versus a Mike, a Sean versus Sean, a Sean versus a Mike, or a Mike versus a Sean. Mike McDonald, Sean McVay, Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel.
Oh, that freaks me out. That's weird. It's also weird that my name is Mike and my brother's name is Sean.
I lost track of you halfway through saying
what a crazy world we live in. Oh, there it is. 11-11, make a wish. Crazy word. Numbers, names, all weird stuff.
That was annoying.
No, that was dumb. Oh, the horrible. Shut the fuck up. Okay,
Wow.
I don't want to talk about the NFC anymore. I do. Before we talk about the Patriots Texans games, I think we have to give a eulogy on the Buffalo Bills. Their Super Bowl window has officially closed. Liam has been on this for a while. Liam, in Liam's eyes, the Super Bowl window was never opened. I thought it was cracked. Al thought it was open more than I did. But either way, I think we all can understand that entire team was so emotional, which I don't even care about. Like, you get emotional after a loss. It is what it is. But I think we're seeing why Josh Allen knew his window's done. Sean McDermott sitting there, I'm standing up for Buffalo, and that's not how the game's supposed to be played. And then 12 hours later, he gets fired. Like, we're not going to break down the game unless you guys wanted to talk about it. I am so happy to see all these Buffalo fans who talked just wait until the Patriots play a good defense. Josh Allen, no Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. That means super. No, it doesn't mean super. It does mean Super Bowl. The crazy thing is, how crazy is it? There's a potential that Drake Maye is going to make the Super Bowl before Josh Allen.
Yeah.
How about the fact that Jarrett Stidham could be in the Super Bowl before Josh Allen? Because Drake Maye, we know how good Drake Maye is, but Jarrett Stidham, and there's a reason we said Jarrett Stidham and not Bo Nix, which we'll get into later on in the episode.
Yeah.
But real quick on the Bills thing, taking the Bills part out of it, I do hope Sean McDermott goes somewhere else and wins. I do. I think Sean McDermott is a good coach, and I think somewhere different. I'll tell you what, just real quick, if he went to Cleveland, right, for example, if they were yep, we're going to make the bold hire, we're going to go get Sean McDermott, I think you'd see really good things. I do think McDermott's good. Obviously, he doesn't have Josh Allen, but I think
Josh Allen is clearly holding people back. He held Stephon Diggs back. You don't know what he's doing with Sean McDermott. I think hey, Brandon Cooks was on the Patriots. He went to the Super Bowl. Brandon Cooks goes to the Bills. They get bounced in the divisional round. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think it's a coincidence that Stephon Diggs is on all these losing, sorry franchises that are cursed. The Vikings are one of the most cursed franchises I've ever seen. The Texans are they're just mediocre and always have been. And then, the Bills are just, arguably, just like the Vikings, one of the most cursed franchises ever. But then all of a sudden he finds himself in a winning organization. Year one, it's oh shit, we might go to the bowl.
Year one. Oh my God. But yeah, I think it's I love seeing the Bills lose. It's great. It's beautiful.
I loved when Josh Allen was I really let the team down here, and I was yeah, you did. You fumbled. What was it, 4 fucking times and threw?
Dude, he had 2 fumbles, 2 picks.
Yeah, I was yeah. I was you did let the team down. Actually, that's good. Yeah.
I don't know if you're saying it for sympathy, and then they were talking to fucking Deion Dawkins in there. Did you see him? They were they asked him oh yeah, the team let him down, and then he goes, let us down? Yeah, buddy. He let you down. And guess what, Deion Dawkins? So did you, because you gave up some pressure on Allen that results in bad plays. Your whole team sucked.
Hey, Deion Dawkins cannot be. It's literally illegal for him to be downfield when Josh Allen is running with that loaf of bread and he just gets stripped and it goes 15 yards backwards.
What
Deion
was
Dawkins
he
can't
doing?
block that. Dude, it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. When he took off from the pocket, I'm he should tuck that ball. He's really running with it.
He pump faked 10 yards past the line of scrimmage.
It's an elite Jameis Winston move, but not an elite Josh Allen move.
By the way, guys, I hate to interrupt this bashing of the Bills, but we have some AFC East breaking news. It's not Patriots, but we have some AFC East breaking news.
Okay.
And this is great because we can just laugh at this.
I'm trying to think.
The Miami Dolphins are zeroing in on Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley as their new head coach.
Congrats, guys. Enjoy another 5 years of bullshit.
Damn.
Just real quick on that, just because, like I said, it's relevant to us because AFC East, all that for the years to come. How would you not want to bring in an offensive-minded guy like you had in McDaniel when you have A-Chain and Waddle and maybe you get Tyreek Hill back? I don't know about that one, but how do you I don't understand this hire.
Well, no, I understand that aspect of it because, like, if one side of the ball is shored up, you get a coach that caters the other side. Like when
that's true.
like Tony Dungy was a defensive coach, built the Buccaneers. They got rid of his ass. They got
And
John Gruden, a quarterbacks guy in there. They're like, we need more than what was it, 9 points that they didn't get against the Eagles because fuck them. So they brought in John Gruden and Keyshawn Johnson to fix that, and unfortunately they fucking did. And I hate Rondé Barber, but yeah. So that makes sense. That makes sense to me. But like, you know, and not that you need like a splash big name head coach, but like just again another kudos to the Bills here, just like blowing the hair back on a signing here, where you're like, wow, fucking quaking in my boots. What was his name? Billy Reeves or whatever the fuck you said.
Billy Reeves?
No,
Dan Corbin.
You're talking the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Hafley.
Okay, yeah, right.
He'll last half the season, and then he'll be done.
100%.
Dude, the Miami has so much more issues than their coach. They don't have a quarterback. They have it's just I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them or the Jets for the next 15 years. Like I'm good. I'm good with them. And the Bills, I mean, we'll see what they look like next year. But they gotta make moves. But so I just think it's kind of funny. The AFC East is literally crumbling around the Patriots, and meanwhile the Patriots are onward and upward. You guys ready to talk about the Texans game?
Yes, yeah. Real fast.
Yeah.
The fun fact: Mike Vrabel is now the longest tenured coach in the AFC East. Isn't that nuts?
Wait,
that's
really?
crazy.
Yeah, because Bills fired McDermott.
Yep.
Dolphins fired McDaniel. Aaron Glenn was hired after Mike Vrabel.
He was?
That's
okay,
true.
See, that's what I was wondering. Wow. Holy shit. Look at us. A mainstay again. We have the longest lasting head coach and a franchise quarterback white guy. It's like nothing. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Dude, I saw something on Twitter where it was like NFL fans realizing they sacrificed getting rid of the Chiefs dynasty only to let the Patriots start another one. I understand. Like after this weekend, I 100% understand. I will give nobody any more pushback. I understand why people hate Patriots fans. I would hate me too. 100% I would hate me. Dude, I'm walking around with my chest out. I'm ready to fight people. I don't give a shit. I'm like, what who are you a fan of? Bah, done, down. Mike Tomlin, gone. Yeah. Like, think about it. The Steelers and the Ravens got rid of their coaches too. Dude, the AFC is crumbling, and the Patriots are like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's beautiful.
The Bengals, who should fire their coach, aren't. So they're already out of the playoffs next year. Oh,
which, you know, man, that ruins a potential Drake May, Joe Burrow showdown. I want to see that. And the best we're going to get is Drake May versus like Trevor Lawrence, which... Yeah, whatever. But Al, we already said Trevor Lawrence in that hair, he can't play up in New England. So, but yeah, so we're on to the Texans and Patriots. But before we get to that, just want to give a shout out to Coach Guy Sports. Start with them. Thank you very much, Coach Guy Sports, for getting Tuck Rule Takes together, getting this podcast of just three titans in the industry, me, Liam, and Al, getting us together to talk about the Patriots. Go check out CoachGuySports.com. As you know, there is also a certain Celtics podcast on there, the Rafters podcast, that our resident, I don't know, musclehead Liam. I don't know what you want to be called. I can't even call you that because you're smarter than all of us probably too. So, Al's like, whoa, buddy. I'm a doctor.
Smarter than Al.
Go check out CoachGuySports.com. Also, go check out Sports Spider. That is Sports Spider with a Y in the spider where the I is supposed to be. You've heard me say it a bunch of times. Click the NFL tab. Go to Patriots. If we are not right at the tippy top, scroll down. You'll see us there. Listen, like, subscribe, comment, talk shit, all that fun stuff. Thank you, Coach Guy Sports. Thank you, Sports Spider, for hanging around in this magical season. I don't care how lame it sounds. Thank you for being here for this magical Patriots season. And guys, said magical season is still going on. Patriots beat the Texans.
Real quick, Liam, just for you, because I saw this, I have to get this out.
If it's college sports related.
No, it's not. Conference championship appearances since 1997. Jimmy Garoppolo, 7. Dallas Cowboys, 0.
Yes. Fuck them.
Damn, dude, the Cowboys. That's another team too. The Cowboys are in purgatory, man.
Sorry,
you got to feel.
I had to share.
I got to text my buddy from Dallas that.
You got to feel for them. But yeah, again, another team you got to feel for, the Texans. Great defense, but just unfortunately, Patriots defense was better. Patriots won 28-16. They beat the Houston Texans, which pound for pound, people are calling the best defense, not just this year. Going into this game, I'm sure you guys saw the talk about it. This was the best defense that's ever been in the universe. That's how people were talking about this Texans defense. Patriots weren't going to be able to score anything. They'd be lucky if they got 100 yards on offense. Drake Maye was going to get sacked 1 billion times, which he almost did. But the Patriots took down the Texans 28-16. Let me just set the scene for everybody. And Al, I told you right before we got on, I'm not harping on a bunch of negatives. We will talk about the game, obviously. But as I said when we started the pod, guys, the Patriots are 1 win away from the Super Bowl. We can talk about all the negativity stuff or all the, nitpicks, critiques in the offseason. At the end of the day, the Patriots put up 21 points against the best defense left in the AFC. So that deserves to be applauded. Drake Maye, 16-27, $179, 3 touchdowns, which has never been done against this Texans defense. He did have 2 fumbles as well, which weren't great. Ramondre Stevenson, 16 for 70. Kayshon Boutte, 3 catches for 75 yards. You bet your ass we're going to talk about him. And Stephon Diggs, 4 for 40. Just another solid game. I think last week he had like 4 for 42 or right around there. So he's he had 2 for 26, I think, or something last week. Yeah. But either way, crazy game. Obviously, there was a wintry mix in the mist in Foxborough. And Al, you were there. I want to get the how the atmosphere was there, but just my overall thoughts. Survive in advance. That's what the Patriots did. Good players make good plays at the best time, and that's what the Patriots did. So we'll talk a lot about it, but just coming out of this game, I've never been more confident that the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl than I was coming out of this game. So, Al, I do want kind of your perspective being there, though. Like how, for really just kind of throughout the game, what was your take on it being there? What were the vibes? Was it loud? I'm sure it was, but how was it actually being in Foxborough for this win?
So being in Foxborough, I'm going to start it even at the tailgating scene. Like you just saw a bunch of people getting together and just hearing them talk about the Patriots in the playoffs again and getting excited for those games again, talking about Drake Maye, talking about Mike Vrabel, talking about taking the Texans and saying, we win today, we're going to the AFC Championship. So the vibes were immaculate just to start. Then you get into the stadium, and I'm not kidding you guys, it reminded me of the early 2000s days where we would see it in like in the clips and everything, the snow just lightly falling down onto the field. Like I looked up so many times and I was like, wow, this really reminds me of the old days. This is awesome. And this is coming from someone that doesn't want to go to those snow games because obviously rather be warm and rather be content. But still, you suck it up for 3 hours and, then you go in a nice warm car and drive home, all that. But anyways, the Demario Douglas touchdown to start the game, there was a pop. And no pun intended, but there was a pop.
Good one. I see you. Look at you. Look at you with those college words. Well, not college words.
No, just a great analogy. But there you go. Then the Texans get a field goal. Then the Texans score. I think it was either Jaden Higgins or Jaden Noel. It was one of the Iowa State receivers.
I think it was Higgins.
Yeah. On third down, touchdown, corner of the end zone, down 10-7. It's like, all right.
Sure it was Christian Kirk.
Was it Christian Kirk? See, that's how
I'll look. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, it's fine. So, but the point is, when they were down 10-7,
yeah, it was Kirk. It was Kirk.
Okay,
Liam was right
so
for once.
Kirk. Sorry, Liam. So Christian Kirk. It was also tough because we were like, it was right toward us. We couldn't really see the name because Marcus Jones had him covered well. But anyways, when it's 10-7, and then it's like, okay, the doubt kind of starts to creep in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, the Texans are getting what they want. This isn't great. Like something needs to happen here. And then the turning point in that game, Caleb Von Chason gets to CJ Stroud. Stroud throws up a duck ball. Marcus Jones picks it, takes it back for a pick six. The crowd erupted. Again, that was probably the loudest that I heard it was
I would imagine.
Pick six. Yeah.
I was losing my mind.
That was crazy. Okay, we're back in the game. Mm-hmm. And then the Diggs touchdown. It's like, okay, now you're creating some separation. And then obviously, Texans creep back in, a couple field goals. And then the Kayshawn Booty one-handed touchdown reception in the fourth quarter, which, by the way, we were straight on. We could see it developing. We saw it right in front of us. My buddy and I just looked at each other. We're like, did he catch that? And then the crowd erupts again. And it's just like, after that, and I'll wrap this up. I know this is a long thing, but after this, then you got Josie playing, and then you got all the good tunes playing. And then after it was like 4 minutes left, 5 minutes left that were just like, they're going to the Super Bowl. Or sorry,
Living on a Prayer was playing.
Did
Did
you
you dig
Prayer?
that?
Oh, of course I did. Guys, they're going to the AFC Championship. Like, they're one game away from the Super Bowl now after they finish this. So overall, great night. So much fun. Felt like old times. And I told you guys this. I had been to divisional games. Like, there was a stretch where I went to 3-4 divisional round games in a row in the 2010s. So being back there for another one.
Humble brag.
It was like, yeah, humble brag. Exactly. It was like nothing had changed. And that was the best part about it. So overall, just great experience. If you can ever get the chance to go to a playoff game, take it. You don't know when the next one's going to come. And that was that.
Dude, vibes are high. I went to that Ravens one with the double pass, the Edelman throwing to Amendola. So, yeah, I mean, and obviously we'll talk about, each touchdown probably when we talk about Maye and all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, Liam, kind of, if you want to start us off too, wherever you want to go, but just thoughts about the game and just wherever you want to jump off and start. I feel like that's what we've been doing in the playoffs. Yeah. So I think we have to do it again. Liam, tell us how you feel and then tell us where you want to start with the game.
So I think the game took an immediate shift. Like when it started out and for just about the whole first quarter, like it was the type of game you would expect. Like no easy points. Drake Maye gets strip sacked. Like we get a touchdown on fourth down, which was exceptional. And then they score the Christian Kirk touchdown. And you're like, okay, this is probably how it's going to go. Like if you're going to score, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a long drive. But my prediction last week was the Patriots win 31-20. I was kind of going against the consensus that it's not going to be this defensive lockdown fest. There's going to be points scored in this match because Vegas is always right. So bet against the public. And then all of a sudden, it just like turned into the ugliest football I've ever seen in my life, where I was like, oh my God, like another fumble. And like from both sides, like no one really looked great. It was like watching this game was like watching old people fuck. You're like, I'm not really enjoying what I'm watching here. Like it's still football. I'm still happy to be here. It's the playoffs. It'll get the flag up the pole, but I'm not really thrilled at what I'm watching right now.
It's still sex, but I don't love it.
100%. Yeah, it's like it's a whole lot of slashing and penetrating, but I'm not really, it's not really getting the points and the results I'd be looking for. But yeah, like and then like you could just see like after that first quarter when things became ugly, it became really ugly for the Texans, where I was like, oh, like this is just like the Chargers game where it's like we got in their head and then they got in their own head. And like immediately I thought of like the Chargers game when Keenan Allen's crossing over the middle, wide open, third down. Justin Herbert drops it. He's all alone. Could walk for a first down, drops it. And then I got that same feeling when Craig Woodson gets his pick. And like it's like Christian Gonzalez was trailing the guy. The guy was technically open. The pass was high, like it wasn't a good pass by CJ Stroud, but technically that throw should be completed. That receiver should have brought in that catch. And it was basically like I was like, wow, like nothing's going right for them. And then it just kind of downslid where CJ Stroud's tearing his tight end's ACL. His passes are so bad. Like it just like took a wild backswing. So just
it
like
was from the first
game,
pass of the game. That's how bad it was. Look at the very first pass.
Yep.
But that scoring drive that they went on, they ran the ball well. But when CJ Stroud threw it, he threw it pretty well. He threw it on target with timing, got it to his guys. It was a fucking passing touchdown to cap off the drive. So they were able to move the ball, and I was like, okay, this will be the standard. And then it got really ugly really quick. Like, I've heard so many people where it's like, well, they talk about a loved one who died, and they were like, yeah, like a week before he died, like he was doing better than I had ever seen him, and then boom, the next week he's dead. And that's how I felt about this game. I'm like, wow, the game's going really well. This is kind of exactly how I imagined it. Both teams are kind of playing pretty head on their shoulders, and then boom, you're like, wow, what happened to this game? Like, wow, that thing died really quick. Not even at halftime, it died like at the beginning of the second. It was like, oh my
Yeah.
Lord. So, like, I think we have to start this game where we started the last one. Like, let's talk about this defense here because we're a defensive team. And Drake
Yep.
May, I love him. Drake May played enough to win the game, just like in the last one. Throws
Hmm.
you a game-sealing touchdown pass that makes you go, fuck yeah, this game's out of reach.
Hmm.
But no one walks away from this game going, yeah, Drake May absolutely crushed that. We walk away just like we did last week. Fuck, this defense is really, 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 really good. So we start
Yeah.
there, guys.
Which is crazy because I think going into the year, Al, I believe I just remember you saying it. I'm sure we all said it, but I remember you saying it throughout the year. Like we all thought this was going to be a defensive team throughout the regular season. The offense would come on. It was the opposite. What we're seeing now is kind of, in a way, I feel like what we thought we'd see going into the year, where the defense would not necessarily carry you, but would be like, the side of the ball we talk about. And then the offense would slowly start to come up. But again, in the playoffs, this is what happens. We've all said it. We all know the cliche. Defense wins championships. So what happens in the playoffs? It's defense. And then you throw into it just the horrible conditions, which I think impacted both teams. I do think that some of the ball security, some of the bad throws, some of the missed throws, just the play calling as well. It did mess with both teams, but I do still think the Patriots would win even if it was good weather. But yeah, this defense though, like, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Carlton Davis, it's between him and Marcus Jones for MVP of the game for me. I mean, Carlton Davis, 4 pass breakups, 2 picks, 3 flags. That's a Carlton Davis game right there. What we just saw is this is the game. He's a handsy guy. One of the flags I don't think should have been one, but either way,
Was horseshit, yeah.
Yeah, but
The other
either
two
way though,
very deserved, though.
this is what he does, though. He is a physical. He's almost like not Richard Sherman. Who is the other one on the Legion of Boom? Brendan Browner. Yeah, who the Patriots got. He's that type of guy where he's like, they can't call it every play. That type of a mentality, which I'm fine with for the most part. But yeah, just a great game. I mean, you had Davis 2 picks, Marcus Jones with the pick 6, then Craig Woodson, our sweet prince, safety, 4th round pick. Just, I mean, killing it this year. All over the field, Woodson was. Him and Hawkins have been such a bright spot of this year. Like, dude, the whole Robert Spillane, the final drive of the game is 50 yards downfield playing lockdown coverage on a wide receiver.
Luke Kuechly shit.
Holy shit. And like hearing him talk about it after, and he was like, yeah, like I was down there, I let him catch the ball and I punched it out. Stephon Diggs' face after that, where he's just like, what the fuck? This defense, and then Milton Williams, we're not going to talk about him because we'll just go off on tangents and talk about him for the whole episode. Yeah. Great game from him. Chase on, that guy earned a huge contract this offseason. He's not going to get it from us, unfortunately. I think he's going to get a big deal somewhere. Props to him, especially since he's going to be a Super Bowl champion too. Good for him. Like, I think he's going to have a great contract coming his way. But like now, Marcus
you
Jones,
posed an important point, and we should start. That's where we should really start with this. Who was the MVP of this game, Carlton Davis or Marcus Jones? And you start by answering your own question.
I was going to say real quick too, what is the key to this defense being so successful in the playoffs right now? There's one thing.
It's obviously the pressure.
No, not even that. It's
Williams. Who?
No, they're all healthy. That's the big thing.
Tonga made a big sack.
But you can have a healthy defense that just sucks.
No, but we know, Liam, and we knew this.
If you have a bunch of squids out there and they're all perfectly healthy, you're still putting 50 points on those fools.
Hey, idiot, you're missing the point. The point is that this defense we knew when completely healthy was going to be a good defense. It wasn't like the Bengals who fully healthy, they can't stop a nosebleed. We knew with Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis and Milton Williams and Robert Spillane and Harold Landry, Caleb Von Chason, Christian Barmore, all on the field together, you knew how good this defense could be. And now that they're all on the field together, you're seeing it. You have given up a total of 19 points in 2 postseason games, and you've given up 1 touchdown in 2 postseason games. I don't find that to be a coincidence. I find that to be good game planning, and you have the right pieces in place now. Because don't forget, just real quick, Milton Williams missed time. Harold Landry missed time. Robert Spillane missed a couple games. Tonga missed the last part of the season. Gonzalez missed the first 3 games of the season. You didn't have your team fully healthy for very long in the regular season. Now that they're all healthy in the postseason and contributing, again, the results speak for themselves.
Certainly. But you guys saw that video I sent in the Tuck Rule Takes group chat when I was drunk late on Saturday night, where we got a couple of hard that are just out there ready to fuck some stuff up. Like, these are bad motherfuckers. And I think that's really the key to the whole thing. Like, Christian Barmore was blowing up the run plays. Milton Williams was in the backfield on every pass play. And like you said, Chason blew up CJ Stroud on that thing that ended up being the interception. I think the pressure is what starts with all of it. But I let's get to the Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones question.
I'm gonna. God, there's no wrong choice. I'm gonna say Carlton Davis just for what he's been through this year.
Dude,
kind of getting flagged.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm going him. Even though it wasn't a pick 6, I don't hate if you say Marcus Jones. I'm going Carlton
pick
Davis.
All season, right?
No, him or Gonzo. No picks all season. Crazy.
I'll go on the other side. I'll go Marcus Jones.
Yeah, great pick.
Pick six. He had a bit when the Patriots were up 8 and the Texans were driving. That 3rd and 2, he was able to knock the ball away, force them to kick a field goal. That was a big play. And like I've said this to people, and I've gotten some kind of eyebrows about this. I think as a total football player, I think Marcus Jones is the 2nd best football player on this Patriots team. 2nd best. Yeah. I go Drake Maye, Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez.
After this year, it kind of has to be.
Dude, it's crazy how good he's played. He's earned that big contract he got.
Yeah, he is. And again, he's making plays every single game. And you notice something too. When he gives up a big play, like the Christian Kirk touchdown, right? He was on Christian Kirk, and the coverage wasn't bad. It just, Christian Kirk's a little taller.
Knocked the ball out of his hands. It was just when he was out of bounds.
Right. Yeah. But then he comes out, he gets the pick on the Chason pressure, and then he takes it back to the house. He's done this type of stuff. Cincinnati, he was getting beat by the receivers, and then he picks off Flacco to go the distance to get that game turned around when the Patriots were down 10-0 in that one. So Marcus Jones is a game changer. Carlton Davis, again, and contrary to popular belief, I like Carlton Davis. In the back of my mind, and I was even doing this when I was at the game, I'm like, where's the back-breaking penalty that's going to happen? And then you're like, down 8, he has a pass interference. There it is.
It was there. It was there.
And that's the thing is, like, when was the last time you guys remember Marcus Jones getting an actual big penalty? Because I can't remember.
He's so small, you would think he'd get a bunch because he's trying to grab the guys and pull them down. But I
guess I can think of one.
When?
One? What was it?
The Buffalo Bills game.
Oh,
He had an interception. So that's not even really his fault. But
the pick when he got flagged for picking the ball off. Yeah, that was crazy. But Al, just to go to what you say, and Liam, I want to know your answer between Davis and Marcus Jones too, just kind of to solidify it. You said, Al, Marcus Jones, if he gets beat, he makes another play. That's this team. That's Drake Maye. That's Christian Gonzalez. That's Carlton Davis. That's whoever. When they make mistakes, they don't bury their heads in the ground. They don't run and hide. They don't do whatever. They say, okay, fuck it. Next play, best play. That's Diggs' thing that he keeps saying to Drake Maye. That's what this team does. And that starts from Vrabel down to everybody else. Like, that's why Vrabel's such a good coach. It's like, God, we could sit here and just go on tangents talking about why this team is where it is. But it's so tough to kind of keep a conversation where it needs to be. But yeah, that's why this team is how they are, Al, I think, because they do any mistakes they make, they just, okay, whatever. Yeah, we'll get them next play. But Liam, Carlton Davis or Marcus Jones, if you had to pick for this game, again, as you know, no wrong answer. Who's your MVP between those two?
Very, very, very difficult here.
It is. It really is.
I'd like to say Marcus Jones, just because I noticed him the whole way through, and
Mhm.
two interceptions is extremely impressive in any football game, let alone a playoff game or a game of this magnitude. So don't get it twisted. You're absolutely right. There's no wrong answers. But my buddy texted me at 4:08 p.m. Saying Marcus Jones. Oh, Big Black, you guys met him. He said
Mhm.
Marcus Jones slowly becoming an all-time Patriot. I was like, I know. And then a few minutes later, I said, it feels like there's five Marcus Jones in the secondary. Dude's in on every play. He almost got a second pick from an errant CJ
Pick six. That would have been a pick
Yeah,
six. Oh,
100%. But like also like CJ Stroud had like 18 should have been interceptions. Like a lot of them were like Craig Woodson could have had a second one. Like
mhm.
a lot of them you're like
Christian Ellis
damn.
only almost scooped one off
Yeah.
the ground on a tip drill. Yep.
100%. Yeah, so they were all over the place. But yeah, I guess I just have to go with Marcus Jones just because I noticed it off the bat, and it was just a loud game from him. But the secondary as a whole, fucking impeccable, absolutely impeccable.
Speaking of defense, and I know we brought up this guy last week, and I think we have to bring it up again because I think the game plan. So granted, Stroud didn't play well, but I think a lot of that was in part due to the game plan. Steve Kerr, or no, Zach Core. I keep calling him Steve
Zach
Kerr.
Core,
Is that
yeah.
so dumb? Zach Core, what a job he's done stepping in for Terrell Williams.
Right.
Like just
I don't want Terrell Williams back.
the blitz packages that he's building, whether it's Jones coming in, Carlton Davis, Hawkins coming in, cover zero at certain times. I know it was cover zero where they gave up a touchdown, but that was just a great throw on a short corner. There's not much you can do. I've had zero complaints about the playoff games he's called. It's only been two, but he's been very good at calling these games. So props to him. I kind of hope, depending on what's going on with Terrell Williams, if he can come back or not, I'd be completely fine with Core being the guy moving forward.
Yes.
I think
Sometimes
sometimes things happen, like Drew Bledsoe got hurt and that spawned Tom Brady. Maybe
Yeah.
Terrell Williams having to, unfortunately not be able to be around this year. Maybe Zach Core's career has kind of taken off because of that. So, great game plan from him. But yeah, dude, this defense, it seemed like it turned into an avalanche. Like it started to really happen quick where they were like, oh, okay. And Milton Williams said after the game, he heard it. The whole team heard everybody talking about the Texans. Like I said before, kind of facetiously, but this is how they were being spoken about. They're an elite defense, all-time defense. No, they're not. They just have two really good pass rushers and they're pretty fast. That's all they are. They're a very good defense this year, but they are not an elite all-time defense. And the Patriots defense took that to heart. Because let me ask you guys, who was the better defense last night? It was the Patriots. Like, granted, the Texans still had sacks or whatever, but the Patriots were the better defense. And I think that is going to be the calling card moving forward. And I don't think the offense is going to be playing in bad weather for every game. So God forbid the offense starts to, play how they've been playing all year. This team... they're the things I want to say.
Dude, I feel bad for Jarrett Stidham. Like, dude, next week is going to be really, really tough. If this defense is playing like this, like, I get it. Like, you're rolling off the couch, and Nick Foles had that post about how the Patriots aren't.
Fuck him! What a post, though.
Which is awesome. He's the man. But like at some point, like, you got to throw like what happened in the past out the window and just go, it's going to be a really, really tough game for Jarrett Stidham.
Dude, my friend sent me the meme of the Matthew McConaughey meme where he's sucking on the cigarette and he looks nervous, and he was like Jarrett Stidham watching this game right now. He's like, dude, and we'll talk about that after. But I'm sorry, but Al, what were you saying?
No, real quick. I was just going to say to your point about the offense, Mike. At this point, you don't really need Drake Maye to be MVP Drake Maye. You kind of just need him to be, I'm not going to say a game manager because that's not what you want him to be.
You need him to be Matt Castle.
You need him to be in the middle of, a game manager and your MVP type quarterback. Just that guy in the middle. A guy that, he's not going to turn the ball over. He's not going to put his team in a bad position. But when you need a big play, like, again, the Diggs touchdown pass and the Booty touchdown pass.
That Diggs pass. I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah. So if you can do that and ride this defense, especially next Sunday when we do the Broncos preview, like who's to say the Patriots then, if they were to beat the Broncos, go to the Super Bowl, who's to say that that formula couldn't work against the Rams or against the Seahawks? Because again, it would be one game. It's one game.
I would say instead of like a game manager and the MVP, you need him somewhere between a game manager and like one of the very obscure, very clutch quarterbacks that we've seen all throughout time. Like
Yeah, that's
not the
essentially what I
Tom
meant.
Brady's or the Drew
Yeah.
Breeses, where of course they're gonna go win the fucking game, but like a Joe Flacco, where you're like, he's gonna win this fucking game, is he?
Mhm.
Like we need Drake May between game manager Matt Castle and cold-blooded ice in the veins, whoever is clutch that I
Which
can.
is kind of how he's been. What other
Yeah,
quarterback who's 23 years old? And I think we'll move to Drake May in a second, unless you guys have more defensive stuff. But what other 23-year-old quarterback can fumble the ball 4 times, lose 2 fumbles, and then still have 3 touchdowns, have ice in his veins to that throw to Booty, that laser to Diggs? Like, the kid is just, he's almost like you don't know what you don't know. He's too dumb to be worried about
yeah,
his, or not, he's too naive to be worried about his performance. Like,
yeah.
and it helps when the defense plays like this. Did you guys, before we move on to Drake May, defensively, anything else you guys want to touch on?
No, we need to get into the offense a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we do. Drake May, 3 touchdowns. No quarterback has thrown 3 touchdowns against this defense. Yes, he had the fumbles. And Al, like I told you beforehand, listen, we'll talk about it. I'm not harping on the negative. This is the kid's first playoff run, and he's played the 2 best defenses, 2 of the 3 best defenses in the AFC. I'm not going to crucify him for getting strip sacked from his blind side. That happens to every quarterback in the league. I don't like the fumble on the scramble. That's not good, but maybe the wintry mix fucked with that. Either way, Drake May did what you see all these great quarterbacks do, where they don't have it really that night. You know, they're not seeing the field, the defense is affecting the game, whatever. But when you need them to do things, Drake May is going to throw a laser to Stephon Diggs between 2 defenders, and where only Diggs can catch the ball. That was a perfect throw. That is why Drake May is on this team. That is why he should win the MVP. That is why he will most likely represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Those plays are incredible. He made his mistakes. Sure, he did. But Drake May, I don't know how you can come out of this game as a Patriots fan and not be like, oh, if that wasn't a snowy game, I think Drake May throws for 200 plus and maybe another touchdown. Because there were some plays that were missed. He threw a perfect ball to Kyle Williams on the sideline, and just whether it was
He
Williams,
threw a couple
wetness,
to Kyle
whatever,
Williams, where I'm like, catch the fuck.
he did. And that's why, like, dude, this team, Al, it goes back to what I said about how you said Marcus Jones makes a bad play, or whoever, but then they come back to it. This team isn't afraid of making mistakes now because they have that much confidence, not cockiness. They are confident in how they maneuver and how they operate. You have the defense hyping up the offense. You have the offense hyping up the defense. Like, it's this team. God, I get fucking goosebumps talking about it. I hate talking about this team because I could just go on forever. But Drake May, whoever wants to go, wherever you want to talk about, where do you guys want to jump off with Drake May, the future MVP of the Super Bowl?
Again, I'm just going to say this again. I think that it's to a point where he's not playing like he did in the regular season, which is fine, but he's doing enough to help this team win. Like, again, go back to the Chargers wild card game. You're up by 6. It's still a 1-score game. What do? They go down, hits Hunter Henry for a touchdown pass, a beautifully placed ball, by the way.
Oh.
And then what happens in this game? You get up 7-0 with a 4th-and-1 gutsy call, hits Demario Douglas on a all-out blitz, score a touchdown. When it's 14-10, you hit Diggs for that touchdown, make it 21-10.
God, that whole drive was beautiful.
It was. And then Houston creeps back in, and then he hits Booty down the right sideline. Point is, he's making enough plays. Now, the only criticism that I'm going to say, and Mike, I told you this before we started recording, before Liam jumped on, You have to take care of the football now. It's more crucial than ever. You
Mhm.
can get away with it because those two teams have pretty good defenses. And let's call it like it is for those respective games, anemic offenses. They were not good
Subpar.
at
I'll
all.
say subpar.
I wouldn't even
Subpar.
give subpar. Like the Chargers couldn't score anything, and the
Yeah.
Texans puked all over themselves on offense, pretty much. So with that being said, Drake May and Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels and Doug Marrone too. I'm going to throw Doug Marrone in the mix for
Mhm.
offensive line. They all got to emphasize to Drake and the offensive line, protect him, make sure the pressure can't get there. And if you feel the pressure, either just take the sack or
Mhm.
try to get out and throw the ball away. Or if you have the running lane, take the running lane. But first two things, take the sack, throw the ball away.
Yeah, I
But
mean that's it. And I think when you feel pressure, get rid of it. I think that goes more towards the Chargers game because there were times where he's getting bumped and he's still trying to throw it. Like I said, man, it's tough when you're back there 3 seconds, you're getting ready to throw it and you get hit from your blind side. Like that's on Will Campbell, who we'll talk about in a second. Again, like you said though, you would hope the internal clock kind of goes a little quicker, and I think it will with him. Again, this is Drake May's first full year of football. It's his first playoff appearance, and he's played two very good defenses. So, and he's about to play. He will be if Drake May and the Patriots beat the Broncos, he'll be the first quarterback ever to beat the top three defenses in the league in one playoff run. Or like three of the top five, or something like that. It's some crazy stat. But no, I agree. He's got to protect. He's got to protect the ball. I don't think it's him being careless with it. It's him trying to do too much, which that is something you can coach out. It's not like earlier in the year where he wasn't holding onto the ball with two hands or whatever. I think these turnovers are, for the most part, some of them, like I said, blindsided is what it is. But he's just trying to do too much, which you appreciate. You've seen it work before, but just, hey, live to fight another day. But Liam, Drake May, all things considered, how'd you feel? And then just tell me what touchdown you want to start with. And I think I know which one you want to start with, but kind of take us in.
Supporting Drake May it's like the toxic relationship with your ex. You're like, dude, like I really am rooting for you no matter what. Why do you keep doing this to me? Like truly, when they were up 14-10, I was like, okay, they'll get a touchdown, make this a safe game. If we score 21 points, there's no way they'll come back. And then we just blew it on offense. Drive after drive after drive after drive. It was four blown drives where they're just like strip
Nothing.
sack, three and out, fucking just, it was just a nightmare. And I was like, I don't know if we're going to score another fucking point. And then they do get another touchdown, and it's beautiful. Like the Stephon Diggs catch, you're like, what an incredible throw. Threads the needle between two defenders. Stephon Diggs has that incredible catch. And you're like, okay, like Drake May's got it. And now the game's safe. And sure enough, the Texans come creeping back. They get that field goal, like a 21-16 lead isn't very safe anymore. And then it's just three and out, fumble, three and out. I'm like, dude, like, oh my God. So it's brutal. But then the touchdown that I want to start with, even though I already covered the Diggs one, technically, it would be the Keyshawn Booty one, where at the very end, just as they're packing their shit and hopping in the car, they're like, let's give it another chance. Let's give it another go around. And he just bombs that thing deep to Booty. And it's an incredible throw, arguably a better catch. And I'm just like, I'm in. Yeah, come on back. Move on back in. Like, I missed you, honey. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Don't give me a hug. I have a cigarette burns from you from the other night on my arm. It really hurts.
oh
But
my
like, God, I'm
God.
so happy that you're back. And that's exactly how it is. So it's like I'm not super happy about what I'm watching, but we keep fucking winning. So like, who am I to bitch?
I think the Drake May thing, I'm still very happy with everything for the most part. Like, I mean,
Well,
you
yeah, because
kind
we
of,
win. So I am happy. I'm happy with the result. But
yeah.
truly, like, you guys can't say that, like, in the third quarter when you're like, just one more touchdown is all we need. And then, like, drive goes. And then drive goes. And this is in real time. This is over the span of a half hour, 45 minutes. I was freezing his ass off at the game, probably thinking, all right, this is the drive. We get a touchdown. Nope. And if Al said that four more times, he'd be wrong all four of those times. And then eventually he'd be right. But, like, that's like 45 minutes of real life action that I'm going, It's got to be coming up, right? No.
Right.
Oh, that was ugly.
No. Yeah. I mean, it was rough. I do still give a little bit of credit to the Texans defense because they are good and they were causing, they were wreaking havoc on Will Campbell,
And
who
the
we'll touch
weather
on.
was shitty. I totally get all the factors. I understand.
But still, I get what
they
you're
looked
saying.
Shitty last
Yeah.
week, and it wasn't snowing out.
Right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So again, it's just I think it's growing pains. At the end of the day, like you said, it's easier to learn from a win than it is from a loss. So you kind of keep moving on, and you get another week to try to correct these issues, which it's going to be tough. We'll talk about it. The Broncos are a better pass rushing team statistically than the Texans. I don't think they have anybody better on defense.
I was just trying to figure that out because they have Nick Bonito,
it's
who's a
crazy.
monster. But other than that, I don't get how.
It doesn't make sense. Between the Texans and the Broncos defense, when you compare them, it doesn't make sense. Like how the Broncos
making
are
up these numbers.
Know.
So Texans are the number one defense.
Yeah. At the end of the day, dude,
I'm like, what
the weather is going to be 40 degrees, sunny with no snow. I think Drake Maye goes for over 200, but for 250 or so. But either way.
Yeah, and don't take any of my criticism as I don't think Drake Maye is good. He's been fantastic all year. He's in the MVP candidacy for a reason. I just the last 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, it was two really ugly games. Just give me something pretty for this next game so we can go into the Super Bowl and I could be like, all right, I have faith and I can put money down that Drake Maye won't fumble 4 times.
Drake Maye indoors?
Yeah,
buddy,
might be the key to success.
Yeah, I think the blanket statement. We all still confidence is still high in Drake Maye. Just everybody.
Yeah.
It's just dude, stop
a game away from the
fumbling the butt. And by the way, I'm not bringing up the pick. I don't care.
No, who gives
about that?
No, it was a Hail Mary.
That doesn't count. Yeah. Al, I want to know. And this still kind of has to do with Drake Maye. Will Campbell. Rough game for Will Campbell. Rough 2 games for Will Campbell. I put this in the same category of Drake Maye, where you are a rookie. At the same time, I know Drake Maye isn't a rookie. Will Campbell is. So that's where the rookie part comes in. You're a rookie going against 2 very good pass rushing teams. One that has Will Anderson, who's he's one of the best pass rushers in the league right now. It's just growing pains to me. I still love Will Campbell. I don't want to move him to guard. If you guys bring that up, moving him to guard, I will kick you off this podcast right now because we're not doing that. But it's just come on, man. It's the same thing with Drake Maye where I'm like, dude, just God, I want you to play well. Even Matt Light had bad games. I get it. Joe Tooney has bad games. Dan Copen, Al, a name you saw this weekend, bad games. But come on, David Andrews had horrible games, and we all love David Andrews. But I do want to kind of maneuver it to Will Campbell real quick. Kind of just vibes on Will Campbell right now. How you guys feeling about him? Because I'm just upset with him. I'm disappointed. That's all. I still love you, but I'm disappointed. That's where it is.
Disappointed. I would say minor, and when I say minor, I say 5%. Minor sense of concern, just because you're going to be facing, like you said, Nick Bonito next week. If you make the Super Bowl, you're probably going to see Jared Verse, or you're going to see, a good Seattle defense.
The Seahawks front.
in its entirety, right? So my whole thing is you can't always rely on having a tight end there to help you double team. You have to be able to win most of those one-on-one matchups. Now, granted, the last 2 weeks, look who he's gone up against. Khalil Mack, future Hall of Famer. He's gone up against Will Anderson, who had 15 sacks this year, or 12.
First team All-Pro.
I think it was 12. Sorry, I think it was he was 12 and Danielle Hunter was 15. But
bro, they're both so good.
And Hunter's a Hall of Famer.
Right. So you're going up against that, but you have to be able to win that matchup, because what was the thing in 2024 that we were concerned about for Drake Maye going forward? Who's going to protect his blind side? And then you draft Will Campbell, and he looked pretty good. And I'm going to ask you guys this, and this is just a quick yes or no. Do you think Will Campbell's still hurt? Do you think his knee is still bothering him?
I don't think he's 100%, but I think he's close.
If when he came back to action, his knee was 100% healed, it can't be still in good condition after these last 2 weeks. Like you said,
No.
he's going against back-to-back Hall of Famers and then a first-team All-Pro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even if you come in spotless health, those guys are going to beat you up.
Now, I can't believe I'm about to say this, and this is coming from me, and you guys are going to be shocked by this. If Will Campbell is struggling against Denver, I'm not saying bench him. I'm not saying
even
no.
fucking
Hold
okay.
on.
I'm going to mute him.
Before you do you not bench Will Campbell, but do you rotate in Vidarian Lowe for a couple plays here and there to kind of get him off his feet a little bit? Because he played well in Will Campbell's absence. I think he allowed maybe 2 total pressures in 4 games that he played. Like he played well. And again, and I can't emphasize this enough. I'm not saying bench Will Campbell. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if he's struggling a little bit, maybe you get the veteran in there. Maybe you kind of just give it a couple plays, see if he can do any better, and then you can kind of rotate in and out based on scheme, based on protection packages, whatever it is. I'm not saying it's foolproof, because it's definitely not.
No, it's not even close. It's the opposite.
I know. But
Al,
again,
I'm gonna cut you off. No. And this has nothing to do with Vidarian Lowe, because I was higher on Vidarian Lowe.
Vidarian Lowe for me.
I was higher on him than you guys were this season.
You were.
You don't do it. I think it's almost the same reason when we were all talking about, do the Texans pull CJ Stroud? If you do that, you might as well bench him or trade him next offseason. You cannot do that. That's like when people were talking about, do you pull Drake, like last year? Do you take him out? Do you do that? Do you do what? Nope. Like, once you play a guy, you have to keep him in there. And I think that it helps that we've seen the team win when Will Campbell is played in a subpar fashion. And I think it's a learning experience. So I think you kind of have to keep him out there. So I don't think it's a crazy, I do. I think it's a crazy suggestion that you brought up there. But I understand it. I would say no, though. No, just keep him out there. Like, he needs to learn. Trial by fire. Like, Josh McDaniels, work around it. But Will Campbell, you got to keep him out there. Liam, your answer is you think you should put Vidarian Lowe in, correct?
Yeah, go fuck yourself. That was an Al special, because I know that's usually Al's comeback. But no, in no way, shape, and form should Vidarian Lowe see the field in the fucking conference championship game or the Super Bowl. We should cut him like we did Tyquan Underwood.
He's not
right
that
before
bad.
the big game. No, he's terrible.
No.
He's really not good at all.
What's the Stephen A. Mario Chalmers thing? Mario Chalmers should be nowhere near a basketball.
He should be in a closet where they have no spherical objects whatsoever.
That's you with Vidarian Lowe.
It is. I absolutely can't stand him. But yeah, no, like, I agree. I don't think Will Campbell's completely healthy, but I don't think he's super hurt either. Like, I think he's a rookie who's just getting molly-whopped by Hall of Famers and, like, really good players. Like, he was pretty good all season. We sung his praises in many games when he was super solid. Like the Panthers game, I thought he was great. But then before the Browns game, I'm like, we're going to give up a lot of sacks, guys. You guys were like, yeah, maybe 1 or 2. I'm like, it'll be
6.
a lot of sacks. And, yeah, it was 6, and one of them that guy against Will Campbell had 4 of them. So I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, this is Myles Garrett against a rookie. Like, this is going to be really ugly. Yeah, it'll be a couple sacks. No, it was a lot of sacks. And now he's just dealing with that now, where it's like the intensity's turned all the way up in the playoffs. Like you said, it's a defensive-minded game. Offenses are more inclined to go for it at the end of a half, because any points on the board is a win, which is why we threw that Hail Mary when in the regular season we were just going to punt that shit away or run the clock out. So the pass rushers in more pass rush situations where they know they just got to pin their ears back and go get the quarterback. So to take him out in a circumstance like this, like, we put him through the shitty part, and now it's like we'd be benching him for the slightly easier part. Like, I don't think Nick Bonito's gonna go super easy on him, but I can't imagine he does any more damage than Khalil Mack and Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson done to him. Like, I think Nick Bonito's a stud. He's really good. But then, theoretically speaking, we go to the Super Bowl. If we play the Seahawks, like, we're just completely fucked. They have like 4 or 5 guys that can
They're very good.
rush the passer. Yeah. So it's like, at that point, like, it doesn't help to bench Will Campbell. You have to bench the entire offensive line because, like, no one's really good enough to take Leonard
I don't even know their
Williams.
names, to be honest. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Leonard Williams, Demarcus Lawrence, Ernest Jones. They have these fucking killers on the defensive line.
Just know they're
Yeah,
all good. Like, that's all you need to
100%.
know.
So, like, you can't play him through the shitty part and then bench him for the good part. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, dude, like, come on now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just, it sucks. And he did have some, in both these games, almost like Drake Maye, he did have some good reps against Will Anderson and all.
No, I saw
but
him
it's just,
stand up Hunter 1 or 2 times.
it's the position. Your bad reps are going to be glaring because most likely as a left tackle, just like as a corner with Carlton Davis, if you have a bad rep, it's going to result in something catastrophic, most likely.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to. So, like, yeah, I don't know.
And
I
you could
think
see it on his face though when he was leaving the field, like Mike Vrabel's in the tunnel giving everyone hugs.
Did you see
He
Vrabel
goes
slap
to
him in the
run up-
face?
Yeah, and he goes to run up to Will Campbell. Will Campbell just looks like he just got out of Vietnam. Like he's like,
Good.
and Mike Vrabel's like, he slapped him in the face, gave him a big hug, and Will Campbell wasn't having any of it, and like didn't really change his facial expression. But I hope.
But see, I love that though. Good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I want you to feel like that, and I think that's why you love him because he will try to do better, and he will.
Yeah.
Not that any other NFL player wouldn't, but it's like I have faith. Like I still think like if his play declines next season, then I'll listen to the left guard, whatever thing. But I still think he's a left tackle. I think it just so happened he's going playoff football, coming back from a knee injury in the cold, going against two great defensive lines. Like, it is what it is, man. I still have confidence in him. I would like to see, and again, this is why, we'll talk about it when we talk about the Denver game coming up, but seeing this offense, everybody involved in a dome, I am very, very intrigued to see that, to see Drake Maye's deep ball, to see this offensive line. And I know pass rushers like it in a dome too because they get good footing, but just I want to see that. So,
What was
yeah,
the last
it
dome
sucks.
game we played?
That's what I was going to ask you guys.
It had to be
Could
New
be.
Orleans, right?
And how was that game? A lot of
Really
deep
good.
passes.
Dude,
Really good
a lot of
game.
deep passes, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So,
like there was no
we'll
win
see.
at all. So
Yeah, we'll see. But I get what you're saying, Al. But it's no, I think you guys just keep them in and kind of ride with them,
get that.
and go from there.
any scenario that involves Federian Lowe is not good.
Offense, I want to bring it up. It is the AFC Championship game. We said there's two players, Joshua Farmer on defense, which would be a nice little thing too. He's played well when he played. There's one offensive weapon that can come back in the AFC Championship game. The backpack celebration, big barefoot man himself, Matt Collins. He can come back now. That would be this team. I love football. I love this team. This Matt Collins coming back would be tremendous for this offense because we saw how much Drake Maye loved throwing to that curly-haired motherfucker. What is your? I mean, as you guys can see, I'm pretty much a 9 out of 10. What's your excitement level if Matt Collins comes back? Which I don't think coming into the season, I don't think I ever would have envisioned asking you guys that question. Hey, how pumped are you going to be when the cast off from the Raiders and the Bills comes to town? But how excited would you guys be if Matt Collins can play from here and potentially the Super Bowl?
I mean, 10 out of 10 because he doesn't just catch the ball. He's great in pass protection, run protection, really block. So when you combine those elements, it's like you have a complete receiver. And by the 3 frame that he has on him, that can't be overlooked because especially a lot of those throws that Drake Maye had to him that were a little high that he went up and got, that can be big, especially on a 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. So Matt Collins. And did you really think that we would be saying at the beginning of the year, my God, we need to have Matt Collins back?
Right. Who'd have thought?
No. Just like I never thought we'd say, hey, potential MVP, Kayvon Chason, 8.5 sacks.
Yeah.
Nope. Didn't think that. I didn't think that we'd say Marcus Jones is the best defensive player in the league. Really didn't think we'd be talking about that. There's a lot of things I didn't think we'd be talking about, Al. And that's why I love this season. They have more wins this year than they've had the last 3 years combined. Like,
Been the craziest season I've seen.
I feel bad for teams that can't turn it around quite like this. Like, I don't know how you live. I don't know how you watch football. This must be why those teams love college football so much. Because you got to find something, right? Yeah, a bunch of losers.
I was going to say, look at like any Cleveland Browns fans. They're probably Ohio State fans because Ohio State actually wins. Like, that's the thing. Like,
not anymore.
Yeah, no, that's true. But also, too, like, let's just put this into perspective, okay? And we're going to just clown on the Bills fans here because we have to. Like, it's obligation.
And of course, please do.
And you know what? And for this part, I'm going to join you guys because I've usually been whatever. I'm going to join you guys in this one.
Hell yeah.
Since the end of the 2018 Super Bowl run, and I'm calling it 2018. I know they played the Super Bowl 2019. Anyways, since the end of that, the Patriots have seen Tom Brady walk out the door. They brought in Cam Newton. They drafted Mac Jones. They had back-to-back 4-13 seasons. They saw Bill Belichick walk out the door. They saw Gerard Mayo come in here. They saw Gerard Mayo also get booted out the door. Mike Vrabel come in. Drake May getting drafted the first year of Mayo's here, and only year that Mayo was here. And the Patriots have a chance to go to the Super Bowl before the Bills did in all that time. With Josh Allen, with Sean McDermott, with everything that's gone on. Now, the only thing that I'm not going to fault the Bills for is running into Patrick Mahomes and his run. You can't blame him for that. Sure. But there was one year, the 13 seconds game, you had him beat. You had the chance to do it, and you
can blame him for that one.
So, you know what? I don't feel bad anymore. No, I think for me, it was like, you know what? The Patriots are so bad. It's like, okay, if the Bills win, like, cool. Like, let them get out of their system. So that way, once we come back, we come back. But now it's even better because their head coach got fired. And like,
they didn't win. Their coach got fired. It's like the Adam Sandler thing. You blew it. It's like, man,
literally,
really,
dude,
yeah.
They did.
Like, God, you fucked.
They
that
did.
Up.
Poor Bills, man. Poor Bills.
How's your buddy? How's Zoo Boy? Is he just in shambles?
How is I'm gonna say his name. How is Zach doing?
That's fine.
Sure.
He doesn't listen. That's fine.
No, he doesn't. No, I'll give Zach credit for this. He was like, it was time for him to go. Like, it was time for him to go, but
I'm more talking about how his Fresh Prince of Orchard Park had 4 fucking turnovers and blew the game wide open.
Yeah, I think so. Not just him, but I have another buddy that's a Bills fan too, and they pretty much said
Misery loves company.
Well, this guy's he's basically from Buffalo, so I mean it kind of makes sense. But
okay,
that's even worse.
But they kind of said the same thing. It was like Josh Allen didn't have the best of games. It also didn't help that James Cook fumbled a ton, and it didn't help that their
classic
at all.
Well, classic James Cook.
Well, I was also going to say, too, it doesn't help that their defense was terrible. And if you guys want to laugh, I can give you a laugh real quick while we're just on the subject.
Always.
So I asked, not Zach, but I asked my other buddy, who is his ideal coaching hire? Do you want to know who he said?
Like Tomlin.
Tomlin was 1B. So someone that's a little different. And I'll tell you this would be amazing for so many reasons.
Who?
You know who. You know who. You know him better. We know him better than anybody.
Oh, Billy B.
Billy B. Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said Bill Belichick. But here's why I would love it. Here's why I would love it. It's a storyline, right?
Yep.
Gets dumped by the Patriots. He goes to college football for a year. Now this Bills job opens. He takes the Bills job. Automatically, he has Josh Allen. He has James Cook. For all his fumbling problems, James Cook still a pretty solid running back. Mm-hmm. He can fix up that defense. You know what I'm saying? And he can try to break Shula's record, win a Super Bowl, supposedly. Again, air quotes, for the Bills. And it's like going against the Patriots twice a year. Like, it just makes it's like a movie script. That's exactly what it would be.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be a Bills fan.
Oh, I want it. Give me it. I want to beat Bill Belichick twice a year.
That would be so much fun.
I don't want to lose to Bill Belichick twice a year. That would make me really upset.
Don't worry, that wouldn't happen.
We got to live our whole lives not knowing what it was like to be beaten by Bill Belichick. I don't want to find out now.
Yeah.
Dude, because the second he starts working some rule book shit where he's got to tackle an eligible that's catching game-winning touchdowns on us, or he's, committing his own penalties to run the clock out on a punt, like, I'm going to get really mad.
Yeah, but we saw Mike Vrabel kind of school him, though, with one of those things.
That one time.
See, I would like it because Vrabel is just as, like, petty and, like, bitchy, but just in a more acceptable way. So I think it'd be crazy. I think the NFL would be the NFL needs to somehow fix that. They need to make that happen. They need to give Bill Belichick like some sort of like a side hustle type thing where it's like, listen, man, just come in here. We'll give you like $1 million a game. Just come in, please. Yeah. That'd be crazy. Bill Belichick to the Bills. Oh, two games a year. Bills AFC Championship game. Bill Belichick coming to Foxborough as the opposing coach. Oh my God! I'm not even gonna let myself think about it.
That would imply that he broke Don Shula's record, and that would make me really happy.
I think he should, and don't get me wrong. I still love Bill Belichick, but it's like, listen, dude, you're out of the Patriots now. Like now I want to beat you, just like when Brady left. Like Brady, by the way, it'd be tough to pick against this Texans defense. Tom Brady, fuck off, dude. Like get out of here, man. Like I'm so done with Brady and his stupid face. His clone dog.
We know that on Sunday he's going to pick the Broncos to beat the Patriots. We know that. And then if the Patriots win, if they beat the Broncos, whoever goes to the Super Bowl, whether it's the Rams or the Seahawks, he's going to pick either one of those teams. I've accepted it.
He's doing the Super Bowl, right? Isn't Tom Brady doing the Super Bowl? If I remember correctly?
Wouldn't be surprising.
I thought he was. I think next week I thought Brady might get the game, but I think we're going to get fucking stupid ass, lame ass Tony Romo for the game next week. That piece of shit. God, it's like Joe Buck and Aikman. I'll take them every day of the week.
Yeah,
like they're. Listen, I will never hate him because of the 2004 World Series for the Red Sox. So like he'll always have a special place. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it, Al. So I don't mind him. Troy Aikman's cool. They are the few commentators that kind of give the refs shit, which I like too.
I'm a big Joe Tessitore guy.
Except I don't because he does wrestling now, and I think he's horrible at it. So I don't.
Tessitore?
I think Joe Tessitore. I think he is. I don't know. Maybe he's good at other things. He's horrendous at calling wrestling, which wrestling sucks now too. So don't take my word for that.
And something else too.
But back to the Patriots real quick, just to wrap up this game before we get to Denver. Guys, this was a playoff win. That's as far as I say. This was a playoff game in the snow in New England. What'd Brewski say? Come up here. It's going to be cold. You're going to get hit. You're going to hate it. And that's exactly what happened. So home field advantage is back, which I think that's a big thing. The crowd is back. This feels like the start of something. And I started saying that, we all did, but I just remember me because I made it into like a fucking point. But like this started to get said around like week 14, week 15, maybe after the Ravens win, where it's like this team feels special. They have something and they're one win away from the Super Bowl. So you all have to admit that this team is on a magical run right now. The Bears were on a magical run too. And their magic ran out. Exactly. Ben Johnson, go do your thing. I hope you guys have success, but it's just you're not going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I was telling my buddy who's a Bears fan that. I was like, dude, what do you expect when your magical run has been built on coming back from huge deficits and like in crazy moments?
Dude,
like,
you are walking the tightrope.
Yeah, at some point you're not going to be able to come back. It's like the 2004 Carolina Panthers. They were the cardiac cats. They were blocking field goals and extra points to win games. Like, oh my God, what an unbelievable team. They were so much fun. It's one of my favorite teams ever. In the Super Bowl against the Patriots, they still lost. And they've made it as far as any cardiac team I've ever seen went. They made it to the Super Bowl. They had a lead in the third quarter. Then their kicker kicked it out of bounds, and they got a penalty, and Tom Brady drove for the game.
Which is why this Patriots team, guys, let me ask you, how they win, they can keep it going. They're not doing anything that is like they need to play this. Like Drake May doesn't have to have the best deep ball in the league to win, because the defense can help you win games. Ramondre Stevenson, I guess he almost lost an eyeball somehow in this game, but he came back.
Yeah.
And they're running the ball like this team can now beat you, which is why these wins are so good to see. Just like why we all love the Ravens win. Just like we love the Bengals win. When they play bad football or they get behind or they can't pass the ball necessarily, they can win in other ways. They are not like the cardiac kids. They are not like the Bears this year. They can win in so many different ways, and it's not something where they need to play out of their mind to do. They don't need to get 30 pressures on you. They can sometimes. They don't need to throw. Drake May doesn't have to throw 3 50-yard touchdowns. He probably can if he needs to, and the weather is whatever, but they can beat you in so many different ways. I love this team. I have nothing else about this game. Do you guys have anything else you want to wrap up with this Texans thing, or just kind of anything else you want to talk about other than the Denver game?
Let's get to the Denver game.
I'll keep this quick. 30 seconds. Shout out to Morgan Moses.
Classic.
Because Morgan Moses had a clean sheet in 23 matchup split with Daniil Hunter, 18 matchups, and Will Anderson, 5. And this is from Evan Lazar. The Pats also ran behind Moses and right guard Mike Onwenu to close out the fourth quarter with 45 rushing yards in that quarter. Great stuff from Moses.
That drive was crazy. Everybody in the stadium knew the Patriots were going to run it, and they ran it from the 5-yard line to the 50 and burned like 6 minutes.
I know, and that's where I was, because my mom's a very casual football fan. I'm like, here they're just going to run the ball and just chew up clock, and I'm like, let's see if they can do it. And then all of a sudden, Ramondre is like 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards. I'm like, oh my god.
Henderson 6 yards, 7 yards.
Yeah.
Like even he jumped in.
Yeah,
Dude, it was crazy.
What was the expression, Liam, from the 2002 Bucks? What was the famous saying when running the ball?
Oh shit.
Oh, come on, you know this.
Not all start up the gut, but what's the other one?
It's very simple.
I know. Shit. Tell me. I'm gonna
Pound the rock. That's
pound
it.
the rock. That's it.
That's all you got to do. Pound the rock.
Because he had the big rock in there with the sledgehammer. Yeah. Fuck.
And the Patriots can win that way too, guys. This team is so good. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm hitting the mic. It's just
But
crazy.
that is a good point. Like, we signed an old-ass Morgan Moses, who I was a very big detractor.
Bravo to Morgan Moses.
Hurt. Dude, right? I was like, he's older. He's been hurt a lot. Hasn't been hurt once.
You were not as high on the signing. I remember.
No, because I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's better than what we had. So I was excited about that. But I'm still like, it's an old guy. Dude, he's killing people.
Yeah, and so is Mike Onwenu. That's pretty cool too, huh?
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's actually not as bad as I thought.
Morgan Moses came out and said, I guess this will be the year that I'll be healthy all year. And I guess I'll be one of the best right tackles in the league. Why not?
Dude, honestly, it's criminal. He should be in the Pro Bowl. Like, it's criminal. Like,
How crazy is it that we just named him the MVP, or two of you did, and I'm fine with it. Marcus Jones, the MVP of the divisional round, and he didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Insane.
Fuck him. I don't give a shit. At this point, I hope Drake May doesn't get the MVP, but I hope Drake May shoves the ball down Matthew Stafford's throat in the Super Bowl and they win. That's what I want. I want you to take out the and I like Matthew Stafford, but I'm a Patriots fan above all else. Unlike you, Liam, Eagles fan. We know it's fine. But I just want, and like I said, dude, the Matthew Stafford to Megatron has been the theme to all of my Thanksgivings. So I love Matthew Stafford. But yeah, like
at my family dinners with me.
Morgan Moses, definitely got to give a shout out to him. He's played well. And again, we talk about him a lot. Garrett Bradbury, dude. I think
solid. That's it.
I think
super solid.
That was
not
weird.
Jason
You guys said that
Kelsey.
at the same.
He's not Creed Humphrey.
I think
moving mountains.
But he at the end of the year, it's going to be so fun to do like our end of the year wrap up of this team. Garrett Bradbury has to be at the top. He has to be at the top of some list. I don't know what, but like he's got to be at the top of like the biggest surprise, the biggest like shocker, the most unsung signing, something like that. He's been so good.
I would need a boner pill, but it turns out I didn't award.
but he was the boner. Like, I don't know what it happened to be. But, yeah, Patriots took out the Texans, so take that defense, get them the fuck out of here. Patriots are going to Mile High Stadium against the Denver Broncos for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And let me tell you guys, when I say that, you're probably all, your palms get sweaty, your knees weak, arms heavy, everybody's getting nervous, right? But then I tell you, the starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos, number who fucking knows because he hasn't thrown a ball since 2023, Jarrett Patriots legend Stidham. Let me just set the stage, then we'll talk about it. Broncos defense, very good. They're top of the league in pressures. They have the most pressures out of everybody. I think they're second in pressure rate. They are very good. They're not quite as good overall, I would say, kind of watching them as the Texans, but they are a very good defense. This is kind of like the pinnacle of the defenses you have. That people want to talk about the Patriots schedule. These 3 games, if they win them against these defenses, you can take the schedule talk and shove it up your ass.
They're going up against top 10 defenses, like 3 top 10 defenses.
Top 5, Al. Not even top 10. And then odds are they go to the Super Bowl, they're going to play the other one they haven't played, the top defense. So, but yeah, Jarrett Stidham is the quarterback. Again, he hasn't played in the game since 2023. I know people, big guy, he can throw,
in that
blah,
game,
blah, blah.
He was actually really good.
That's awesome, Al. I mean, Liam, and I'm pumped. I'm so happy that Jarrett Stidham had a great game a couple years ago. I'm spoiler alert. He's not beating the Patriots. So let me ask you guys something, kind of going into this game. It's going to be very interesting to see the Patriots try to maneuver this defense, but I would equate this game almost pound for pound to the Cleveland Browns game, where the Browns had a very good defense at that point, and they still do have a good defense. In fact, the Browns are actually above the Broncos in some stats in defense. But at the end of the day, you're playing an offense that just simply cannot and should not be able to keep up with you. I don't know the score yet. I'm picking the Patriots, obviously, as I think we all are, because you can't get this deep into it and not pick the Patriots. But kind of overall thoughts of this game, where are you guys at with it? You know, I know we don't have to spend a ton of time, but just this is the last topic of the night. So where are you guys at with this? AFC Championship, Patriots at Denver, chance to go to the Super Bowl. Talk about it.
So allow me to start here. I was at my lady's house this weekend, and her and I went out and caught the Broncos-Bills game. And then we went back to her place and had a nightcap with her folks. And while I was sitting there, I got the notification that Bo Nix was out. And I looked up at my girlfriend's dad and I go, if the Patriots win tomorrow, they're going to the Super Bowl. And he goes, and he's like, he likes football. He doesn't know all the intricacies of it. So he was like, isn't there another game to be played? And I was like, technically there is, but not really. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, the Broncos quarterback just broke his ankle, and the backup is one of the worst Patriots quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. And it was just like, so from then on, I had complete and total confidence. So watching this Texans game the entire time, I'm like, they're going to the Super Bowl. I was like, this game is for the Super Bowl. This entire thing, like, whoever wins this game is going to the Super Bowl. It's going to be one of these two teams. Like, there's literally, like, if you lose your quarterback, the game before the Super Bowl, like, Nick Foles had 3 weeks at the end of the regular, 3 weeks at the end of the regular season, and then to get ready for his playoff run. If you are starting in the conference championship game, dude, you're so fucked. Like, you're in so much trouble. So, I knew the stakes going into yesterday's game for the Patriots. I don't even need to give a score prediction. I don't think it's going to be close. I think the Patriots are going to run through this team, and never in my wildest dreams, out of all Mike's delusions and just like ear-splitting nonsense every year in and year out, we're going to the Super Bowl. All the Bailey Zappi-led years and the Mac Jones-led years where Mike's like, we're going to the Super Bowl. And then this year, he was more cautious. He joked about it. Oh,
I know, I didn't even say it!
And Al and I are like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Like 10 wins would be great. 10 wins is a huge win. That's our Super Bowl. And fucking after this past game, like, we're going to the fucking Super Bowl. I have
Dude,
no problem jinxing it. I don't think it's a problem.
the difference with what you said now, you too, but I want this kind of point to you as well. The difference with Nick Foles going against the team. This is, I was going to say Bailey Zappi. Got so many bad quarterbacks the Patriots have had. This is Jarrett Stidham going against a defense that has been trying to prove a point the last 2 weeks. You're going against a team, and Liam, you know this guy well because he came from a team that you like. You're going against a team where I think Milton Williams will literally not let the Patriots lose this game. Yeah. Like the way you've seen his intensity change from week, maybe the Ravens game on. When did he come back in Miami? The Miami game on, he is on a mission, as this whole defense is. But I think he has said all season, this is Milton Williams I'm talking about, that it starts up front with him and Christian Barmore. From week 1, he has understood the pressure that he has on himself. And this isn't Jarrett Stidham going against like a subpar defense. This is him going against a defense that's playing better than any defense in the league, maybe rivaled by the Seahawks. But Liam, Al, God, I keep going between you guys. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the Super Bowl.
You're good.
Al, Jarrett Stidham, future Hall of Famer, going against the Patriots defense Sunday at 3, by the way. I love how the NFL didn't even try to like fake it. They were like, yeah, this fucking bullshit game is going on at 3, by the way. You are not going to see Jarrett Stidham primetime AFC.
Did you hear the rumors? The rumors was if Bo Nix was healthy and this was a primetime matchup, they were going to put this game Saturday and the other one Sunday, and both of them would be at night, so it'd be like the primetime for both of them. Yeah,
I get it.
Rumor. I don't know if it's
these are
true,
they would have been 2 tremendous games, but I'm more with you, Liam. But Al, sorry, I keep talking over your points or your talking time. What do you think about this game? It's tough.
Jarrett Stidham hasn't thrown a legitimate pass, I think, in 3 years in a real NFL game. Take away the preseason.
Yes, sir.
Having said that, the only thing that raises my eyebrow, will they just have Jarrett Stidham do what like the Patriots wanted to do against the Texans at first? Quick screens, quick slants, get the run game going. That's the only thing that raises my eyebrow a little bit. But when you look at the Broncos offense, J.K. Dobbins might come back this week. He hasn't played in like 2 months.
Yeah.
You have R.J. Harvey. He's a nice piece.
He's good.
You have Cortland Sutton, but and this is going to sound
tough
very
game.
Well, I was going to say this sounds very, very Patriots bias, but when you have Christian Gonzalez, you don't care about number 1 receivers. You know that's going to be pretty much taken care of.
Or Marcus Jones. Just put Marcus Jones on him.
There you go.
This team is so good.
I'll stick with Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And they have like Troy Franklin and like Marvin Mims.
He might not play. Franklin might not play. He missed that game.
Okay, so but
him and Palmer, I think, is the other guy. He might not play either. So, but either way,
who's the tight end for the Broncos? Do we know?
Adam Troutman.
See, I don't even know who the hell that is.
Oh, it's
Adam Troutman.
Oh no, it is Evan Ingram. That's right. Okay, so
Jarrett Stidham and Evan Ingram are gonna will this team to victory.
So offensively, it's hard for me to think how this team is gonna put up. I'll give them 17 points. That's the max I think they're gonna get, unless they get a pick 6, something like that, or a fumble, whatever. Right? It's defense, special teams, but just pure offense, I can't see the Broncos scoring 17 or less and the Patriots not scoring 17 or more. I can't see it. So with that being said, I'm going to keep it close, and I'm going to say final score on Sunday is Broncos 17, Patriots 24. 24-17 Patriots.
Well, closer than I expected.
Much closer.
It is
Broncos.
still a playoff game.
The Broncos are there for a reason. They're at home. Patriots haven't had success in Mile High. The altitude is going to be troubling for some of those guys, which, by the way, they're flying in on Saturday. I think that's I don't want to say a mistake, but I think that they should.
That is a mistake.
They should go a little earlier. I think they should go like Friday to get, because it takes like 24 to 48 hours to get used to the altitude there. So that's the only thing that's a little concerning to me. But
I don't hate it. I trust Vrabel at this point, man. Anything he decides, I'm like, he's earned my trust. I'm like, whatever, dude. If you think that's going to work, sure. I get what you're saying, though, Al. That's the thing about Mile High. Also, by the way, not the Patriots haven't had success. Brady and Belichick have never won in Mile High in the playoffs. Right. So this is just another check off the box you can do if you're Vrabel and Drake Maye.
Wins.
Yeah. So again, you should win this game. I mean, even Vegas is telling you, they started off as, I think, 3.5-point favorites. Then it went up to 4.5. Now it's at 5.5.
Yep.
Like, I'll even check right now, just to give you a, live look at it.
Yeah. It's like an up-to-date thing. By the way, while you're doing that, Tuck Rule takes bet hit Patriots money line.
Yeah. Just kept it
easy. We know.
Easy. The Patriots are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is 41.5. So my 24-17 score is like right on there pretty much.
It'll go up to 7, I bet.
And then money line, Patriots are minus 258 and the Broncos are plus 210. So,
dude, before we, I do think, even though we are the opposing team going in there, you have to kind of feel for Denver. That's a team that could have went to the Super Bowl. A Bo Nix-led Broncos team, even though we all would have picked the Patriots, you wouldn't have been completely shocked if the Broncos beat the Patriots. But now, I think, there's just, I'm sorry, I think it's going to be 31-13. That's my score. I'm telling you, I don't think that, and I think that because I think the Patriots offense is going to get a lot of short fields. Because I don't think that Stidham's going to be able to move the ball. Troy Aikman, after the game, I just said he was great, but Troy Aikman was like, I think Jarrett Stidham's going to surprise people. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. No one thinks that. No one actually thinks. I understand you have to sell the game, whatever, but no one thinks that. Yeah, I think it's going to be 31-13 or something along those lines, but that's my score. I do not think that Stidham's going to be able to move the ball. I think this Patriots defense is on a mission right now, and I think Stidham throws multiple picks. That's where I'm at.
I think Sean Payton is thinking the Patriots are expecting what Al's expecting. A lot of bubble screens and short passes. So Sean Payton's going to go in there and have him fucking sling it all over the yard. And I bet CJ Stroud, he'll look good for a quarter. But in the second quarter, maybe the third quarter, definitely by the fourth quarter, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, Jarrett Stidham. He threw a pick six to Jamal Adams, and Jamal Adams is now a linebacker, outside linebacker. Yeah, this is pretty much on brand. I think
that first drive is going to score. The first 15 plays, I think they might. I think Peyton, great coach. I think he's going to have something built up, but you can't win the game with the screens or the draws or what you guys are saying. I understand that's probably what they're going to want to do a little bit. But I don't think this Patriots defense is going to let the Broncos win.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to shake it up. I think they're going to do what's not expected. They're just going to it's for the season. They're just going to let
you have to
sling it around the yard. And let's see how that goes. But also, if the Patriots lose to Jarrett Stidham, though he never deserved to be in the Super Bowl anyway. But this team is unbelievable, and we fucking deserve to be in the Super Bowl. While we're here,
we do.
Just like I said about the Chargers game, it's we made it here. We might as well get a fucking win. And then against the Texans, I'm like, well, the Texans have never beaten the Patriots in the playoffs. Let's get a fucking win. And now it's well, we have to beat the backup quarterback, so let's fucking win.
Why not? This is why halfway through the season, it's I was looking at it listen, guys, not you guys, just the general Patriots fan guys.
The royal guys.
Just stop being so nitpicky about everything. Take a step back and look at what's going on with this team. This is one of the best teams in football. And they're proving right now they are one of the best 4 teams in football. They will probably prove after this next weekend's up, they are one of the 2 best teams in the NFL. Coming off a 4-13 season? Yeah, I get confused with the 17. A 4-13 season. A new head coach, unproven quarterback, basically a whole new defense, a new offensive coordinator, old one, but new one. This is one of, if not the best team in the NFL. And I think at the end of this season, I don't want to say it because I'm not going to jinx it, but I think the best team in the NFL is going to surprise some people. That's what I think. Maybe not some people in New England, though. That's all I'm going to say. So I don't know. I think regardless of how the game goes, though, I don't think it's necessarily as stressful. Definitely not as stressful as the Texans game. I think it maybe goes a little bit more of the Chargers because it is playoff football, like you guys said.
But I think stressed for the Chargers. I was like, this could be a shootout.
But then it was almost like at the end, and you were like, I guess like the Chargers never had a chance, right?
At the end, with 5 minutes to go, I was like, the Chargers can't win.
I think it goes more along that line, but we all have the Patriots winning, which means we all have the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
Right, dude.
Which, I get it, man. I would hate us too. I get it. I really do. Like, I feel for the Bills. I feel for you guys. You had years. You had Josh Allen. You had him, and he just couldn't do it like Bengals fans. You have Joe Burrow, but the team doesn't care about him.
If you had just got Drake Maye, you probably would have been able to do it. But
these teams, the Bears, you thought you had it. The carrot was right there, but then Lucy pulled the football away from you, Charlie Brown, and you just couldn't get it.
We drafted a quarterback that didn't work out, and we decided we're not going to do that again.
That's fine. We have the chance to do it. Like, you know what? We know the second one's going to be the one. So let's take a shot with the first one. Mac Jones, great year, first year of playoffs. You know what? Let's just say he sucks. And on top of it, guys, let's get rid of the greatest coach of all time. Let's move on. And then you know what we should do? Hire the worst coach of all time. Like, let's just do that. He's not, but just for the sake of the joke. Like, let's get Gerard Mayo in here. Let's get what's his name? Alex Van Pelt from the Browns. Let's get him in here to call plays. You know what? Let's even have Dante Hightower on the staff. Remember when he was on the staff, guys?
That was really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's just take a year off. Let's just sit back and see what happens. Oh, the Eagles still won? Okay, that's fine. Well, guess what? The Patriots are fucking back, and you are all beyond screwed. Because if Drake Maye can just stop fumbling the ball, I don't think the Patriots lose again. Ever. So, I don't know. It is, God, guys, if you're a Patriots fan, I understand you're going to talk about the game like we did. Drake Maye got to stop fumbling. Will Campbell, oh my God, what's he doing? Tiny arms, T-Rex, got to block people. Josh McDaniels, you're running too much inside, up the middle. But, at the end of the day, the New England Patriots are so goddamn good. They can win despite all of these things.
We are back.
It's truly beautiful. It's great to be a Patriots fan. It's great to be a football fan, man. And God, I also don't want it to come off like we are looking past the Broncos defense. Broncos have a very good defense. But I look at it kind of like this week where I think if the weather wasn't a wintry mix, I think the Patriots might win that game a little bit more impressively. By a little bit, they maybe pull away a little bit, and I think that's what you're going to see in Denver. So, any more thoughts? Any overall thoughts on just the Patriots season, this Denver game before we get out of here? Long pod. Sorry, guys. Sorry to you guys and the people listening, but listen, man. You're one win away from the Super Bowl. If you don't want to listen to Patriots content, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. If we were all hanging out right now, this conversation would go at 6:30 right now. This would go to midnight. So, any other things you guys want to touch on anything that we didn't touch on with the Patriots this episode?
What's the TRT bet for the week?
Ooh.
I haven't even thought about it. I kind of want to go crazy. I kind of want to go someone gets a sack. I don't know who, though.
Ooh, all right. Here, let's look it up right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Something bold.
What do you got?
Okay, what is it? What is it while we think?
Jarrett Stidham 2 picks.
That is bold.
Very bold.
I kind of
he's
said
definitely
that
throwing
he would.
one.
Right, I think that Jarrett Stidham, I don't even dislike him. It's just I'm sorry, you are in our way.
You're next on the chopping block. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. This is Drake Maye
for execution.
This is Drake Maye going door to door as the Grim Reaper in that meme.
Yeah,
like, I'm
100%.
sorry, but you're in the way.
That
So,
sucks.
So
I don't hate that, but
for sacks, the only two Patriots that I see right now, Kayvon Chason and Milton Williams. Kayvon Chason, 1 sack is plus 163. And then Milton Williams, 1 sack is plus 171.
see, Denver does have a good line. I was trying to think like what their weak spot is. They have a decent line, so it's not like the Texans or like the Chargers where it's like their tackles are the backups or whatever. I kind of want to go Chase on, if we're being honest. Like Chase on sack, I don't know. Unless Al, if you want to, can you think of anything that would be my hat in the ring would be a Chase on sack. Do you have anything offensively that you'd want to do?
The one thing I was looking at was Drake Maye, 2+ passing touchdowns. I mean, it's at plus 114.
You know what? I know we all love the defense, and I know that we think Stidham's going to throw a pick. Do we ride with our boy? Do we ride with Maye? 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't thrown 2 touchdowns in a game yet, right?
Yeah, he did. He
May?
threw 3 last
yeah,
year.
I guess
he just threw 3 against the best defense in the AFC.
Yeah, and he did it
crazy.
in his rookie year, his first start too. He did it the same thing. Not a big deal.
Guys, I kind of because I can see maybe a deep pass and then maybe like a Diggs type thing again.
Plus 114.
Pretty good odds.
I will leave it in your guys' hands. Whichever one you guys pick, I'm good with it. I think this team is going to put on a fucking performance on Sunday. Which, by the way, I love the 3:00 start. It was beautiful. You kind of start drinking a little bit early. The night game starts. You're like, all right, like it's good. You're not, you can still do things throughout the day. It's a nice start time. It's kind of a shame that when they play in the Super Bowl, it's going to be 6:30. That takes forever to get to.
Yeah,
Which I think you guys agree. The Super Bowl Sunday, waiting for that goddamn game is like torture.
Killer.
It's like,
I just
my
drank myself
God.
into oblivion usually.
Like, God, you can't. You could probably drink, get hungover, wake up, be ready to go again. Like, get some liquid IV in you and be good to go. But I don't know. I think I want to go Drake May, 2+ passing touchdowns.
All right, love it.
Want to ride with it? Yeah, I think so. I think he has a bounce back game. This isn't a bet thing. This is just asking. You guys think? I think he gets sacked maybe once, but I think he holds on to the ball. I don't think he fumbles.
I'll say he gets sacked a couple times. I think they get to him a little bit. I'll say like three sacks. I think Denver gets.
Yeah, clean game though. When it comes to turnovers, though, I think he does. I think he has a clean game.
Maybe at the
No
worst.
Turnovers.
I'm going to say one fumble that they recover. So not a turnover.
Is
but
Surtain out? I know he got hurt.
No, I think he's going to play.
Yeah, he should play. Which I mean, all right, dude. Who are you going to take away? Like you're going to take away Diggs? We got Booty. You take away Booty, we got Diggs. You somehow get them. Mac Hollins might be back. Like or Pop Douglas might have with his no glove have an ass. He might have a big game. Like, and I think we all forget Hunter Henry, arguably top 3 best signing I've ever seen the Patriots make. Like I don't know. And then God forbid that Trevion Henderson breaks a big run. Like he hasn't done it in a couple weeks, guys. Henderson's due for one. So,
True.
Yeah, we'll see. Patriots fans, again, my final thing to you guys, I guess this is to you too as well, but we're all on the same page. Enjoy this because it doesn't happen. I think we need to understand that the Tom Brady years, those don't happen. What the Patriots are doing right now is crazy. It's special. Let yourself creep into what a Super Bowl could look like because the week leading up to the Super Bowl, all the video packages, the stories. Imagine the stories and all the things coming out about this team. And God, and Michael Maye is going to be cooking with Goodell or something probably. Like that's going to be crazy. She's going to, and that stiff's going to be up there. Yeah, I think as we all do, the Patriots pull out a win here and. In 3 weeks, you're going to see the Patriots in Santa Clara. So we'll see what happens. It'll be nice to see the Patriots offense in a clean stadium. But anything else from you guys?
Just get us to Sunday. Get us to Sunday.
Fucking can't wait, dude. That's why I'm happy the game's at 3. We don't have to wait till the night game. Thank God Bo Nix got hurt, so we don't have to wait. And that's bad. Not thank God Bo Nix got hurt. You guys will be back there next year.
He got hurt.
You guys will be back. We'll be back next year, as will the Patriots. So for Liam, for Al, I'm Mike. This was Tuck Rule Takes. We will see you next week, hopefully, after another Patriots win. And hopefully we're talking soupy. We're talking Super Bowl. So we'll see. See you guys next week in the most emphatic sweet feet.
Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.